and welcome to what is due to be the last video that we will bring out during the museum campaign. So this will be our final update. The campaign at the time this was filmed is going to run for another approximately 48 hours. Thank you so much again to all of you that have pledged so far. We're very, very grateful. We hope to keep it going for as long as we can until the end of the campaign. So thank you. Let's get started. So this week we brought out Black Market. Welcome to the dark side of Museum. Yes. So the Black Market is this ensemble that you see before you. We repeat, this is a prototype. This is very, very, very much a prototype. But it's just to give you a bit of an idea of how it will work.
So this expansions works with 60 new cards.
Yep.
And this in these 60 new cards you have object cards from civilization that already exist, and also object cards from the domain, but from some other civilization that we haven't met during the other civilization. For example, we have the São Gabriel, which is the Vasco da Gama boat. And this is for the navigation, but it's only navigation.
It has no civilization.
No civilization.
Just the domain.
Absolutely.
And then we have the statue of Balhamon, which is
the Phoenician
civilization, but has no domain.
Absolutely.
And then last of all, we have a
the
Viking
runic stone, from
which
the Vikings.
Yes, but obviously there is no Viking civilization in the game.
So
it simply has the literature, arts and literature.
Absolutely. So this is the kind of cards that we have in the expansion, but also we have black market action cards.
Yes, which work in about the same way as a typical notoriety
Absolutely,
card.
They work exactly the same. They have a cost just over there. Of course, it's a prototype, so this is the actual cost of each card, but we are working on it, so it might change by the end of the by the time you receive the game.
Sure.
So every card has a specific action.
Yes,
and they are really naughty, to be honest.
They are designed to let players have a bit of a go, aren't they, really?
Absolutely,
I mean, they are for attacking each other. This is a much more, we've said it in the update already, but this is a much more aggressive form of museum.
For example, this one, which is the administrative closure, you address this card to any other player, any opponent, and he can't play any cards during his turn, which is really naughty for the time. So it might do an inventory, but it can't expose any card in his museum. So this is the kind of cards that we are going to have, so robbing, some counterfeit, or, as you say, these things,
smear campaign. The smear campaign allows you to take one public opinion token from a continent and put it onto another.
Yes, exactly.
So,
which is really nice.
Yeah, if you're seeing that one of your opponents is starting to have quite a few cards from a certain continent in their discard, well, you can make it so that they'll lose even more points at the end of the game, which is kind of mean. That's kind of mean. And then you have counterfeit here on the board as well. This is a French prototype, so I'll translate them all for you. French, the counterfeit is basically you take a card from somebody's museum.
Absolutely, and you get rid of it. Absolutely, and how it works. So this, you have a big pile deck, over there. You have the board at the beginning of the game, and the setup is exactly the same for the rest. The rest, exactly. So every turn, but not every table turn. So after each player's
individual turn,
we get rid of one card and we move from this side to the other one and draw another card.
So as the idea with real contraband, this stuff doesn't hang around. It moves
yes, of course,
quickly.
because they want to sell it or get rid of it. So at the end, and every card has a cost. And the more you wait, the less the price is. So this is the reduction. At the beginning, you pay the price for the full object over the full action, but in the time, this card, which is a 5 value when set up in your museum, it would cost only 3 with prestige point or cards, as we do. As usually.
So you would discard a card into your discard pile as usual
and buy this one. And for the object, it goes directly in your museum. But for the action card, it goes in your hand. They count as the notoriety card. So, you can't have more.
One.
Absolutely.
You can play one.
The black market, you can play as much as you want.
Oh, Oh, so if you can afford to do it,
absolutely, it could be really naughty. But at the end of the turn, you can't have more than 3 cards
in your hand.
And this one counts as an authority card.
So you can purchase as many as you want on one turn, but
and you can play as much as you want.
Oh, okay.
But at the end, you must have 3 in your hand.
I'm not playing this game with Jamie.
No, this
or
is
you, actually. Or
no,
you.
I'm not a naughty one. So this is how it works. This is really a good way and more interactive with the other players. Yeah. It's a really nice one. It's a really nice expansion.
Yeah, I like this expansion. It's quite fun.
Of course, it comes with some new events.
Yep.
One new notoriety card and some new personnel to recruit.
Yes.
So they are linked to this.
Yes.
We have a guy who can recruit, and every time you buy a black market card, whatever it is, you get 1 prestige point. So we have different effect. Yeah. The problem with the black market...
Before you all go wildly swinging at each other with black market cards...
At the end of the game, for every card you have bought or you have played during the full game, up to 4 cards, you don't have any problem. It's quite accepted that you can, use them a bit.
Yeah, people expect you to kind of, do a little bit of, under the table stuff when you're building up a museum. It was kind of how it worked.
But if you have more cards in your museum of your played action, you are starting losing point for each card you have played. Yeah. The idea again is always a kind of delta for the points. Yeah. Because if it's really interesting to have this artifact for the literature, we'll give you the 7th symbol for the game. Yeah. It can be really interesting to lose 1, but to get nearly 11 points at the end.
Oh yeah. So it's a calculated risk. You can choose to continue and lose a few points. In the end, you lose as many points for having too many of these as you would for public opinion.
Absolutely, exactly. So, good, fair enough.
Yeah.
But again, it's still a prototype. It might change at the end because we are still, balancing the game. Yes. And we are still working with Eric on this.
Yeah. Okay. So this is still subject to change. Obviously, it won't look like this. Vincent has already given you a little bit of an idea of how nice it's all going to look. We can always count on Vincent to make things look nice. So yeah, that is the gist of Black Market. So moving on to our next announcement.
Yes, the new add-on.
Yes.
It's a new add-on. Again, the last one. Hopefully, no, it will be the last one.
No. honestly, this time it is the last one, and it is the 5th player. So the 5th player, what does that include? It includes a 5th player board, obviously, for a 5th player.
With the
both sides.
Both sides, with a new design layout, the exclusive design layout for the other side.
Thank you to you all for your suggestions for the alternative layout. We will be deciding on what to put on the back of the 5th player board soon. But of course, having just an extra board is not enough.
No. You have the player token for the new color. Yep. You have also the clips, which goes with the World's Fair expansion. But also you have a new tile for the World's Fair expansion, because you need 4 tiles for the World's Fair expansion if you play with a 5-player game session. And you have also the 16 marker colors for the Archaeologist expansion. Yes. So the tokens for all the continents.
Indeed.
And we have included a mini expansion.
It is a mini expansion, and it is called the People's Choice. So in this mini expansion, it works similarly to patron cards, really, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
But it's a shared objective.
Yes.
So for the People's Choice, basically you have this common objective card. The people have told you what they want to see in your museum, and it's up to you to make them happy.
Absolutely. And at the beginning of the game, after the setup, you draw. We have about 10 cards for the public's choice, and you draw a card and you reveal it. And for all games, it will ask you the request for the public. Yeah. And for example, on these cards, they are requesting that the museum gets object cards from before Christ.
Yes.
So as you might have seen, in every card you have the time on the time frame.
Yes.
It was before Christ or after Christ.
Yes.
In this public choice, the people's choice, it needs you before Christ objects.
Yeah.
So when a museum get 3 cards from before Christ, you get the 10 points value token for the public choice.
Yeah. So the first person to reach it gets the token.
Absolutely.
But
he has to keep it until the end of the game.
Yes.
Because if someone else has more object before Christ than himself, he lose and the other guy get the final token.
So you can keep fighting for it and stealing it from one another during the game.
So we have chosen to work not on civilization cards or domain, but mainly on cards with time frame or values. Yeah. And we have some Silk Road.
There's a little theme.
Little themes, exactly.
We'll be talking about those.
But it works like this, and you keep, the token running around the table at the end until the end, and it gives you 10 points at the end of the game.
Well, for those of you who might be slightly concerned that this resembles Patreon cost a little bit too much, just to come back to what Olivier just said, is that these will not cover civilizations and domains objectives. The objectives of the People's Choice Award cards are a little bit different, so it just gives you a little fun extra challenge to go for. I particularly like the BC one because it kind of makes you read the bluff on the cards. Absolutely,
it's a way to read the cards. At the beginning we have some other idea with Vincent, but it was really tricky to do this on temples or sword or something like this. Maybe mainly focused on the drawings, on the illustrations. But it was complicated, so we really focused on the fluff things, on the history aspects.
Which is one of the more interesting aspects of the game.
So you can play with the other expansion or not, as you wish. As again, it's only small cards. We call it mini expansion, and exactly the idea.
Okay, so that is it. You will get the 5th player board, all of the things that come with the 5th player board, and all the things that you need to play all of the expansions with an extra player, plus the People's Choice.
Absolutely, and again, we will write what we think with Eric, combining all the expansion together, because some of them can only play alone. Mainly, for example, for the Tulu relics. We really think that it's much better to play it alone. Maybe with the black market, but not so much, because there is so much things that you have to do with the Tulu relics. But you could also play with this. So with the small mini expansion or the extraordinary leagues,
the League of Extraordinary Explorers in English.
You can play with it. So we will write something on this to be sure to. I mean, it's our way to think about expansion now. It's up to you. You're free to play with everything.
An author's guide to how many expansions you can put at once into Museum before your head explodes.
Absolutely, because the more expansion you include your game session, the more difficult it becomes. And the more time it will last.
Absolutely. It can make some very, very long games.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, the last,
but not the least, you have been asking us for a bundle offer for Museum. We said no. We've changed our minds.
Yes.
Basically, Pixie came back to us, who are our French distributors, and they said, we love the 5th player expansion, and we will.
They would like to distribute it in shops. And by this way, we have included a 5th expansion, a 5th add-ons in the campaign, which was not in our mind at first, and that's why we now think about to make an all-in-one pledge in the campaign.
Because five is quite a lot.
It's a lot.
It's quite a lot. We weren't. The Pixie support allowed us to change our minds, and as a result, to do something a little bit more for you. So this bundle offer. So the bundle contains the base game of Museum,
Black Market expansion, the Archaeologist, the Walls Fair, the Cthulhu relics. And the 5th player expansion with the mini expansion for the People's Choice.
Yes, so everything.
For €85, which means that you have everything. If you choose everything, you have the Cthulhu relics free.
Basically.
And which is quite good. So Jamie has done as a new pledge, which is the only one price. So you can modify your pledge or just increase the price of your pledge management. And at the end, you still have at the end of the campaign for the pledge manager. You can add or remove something.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. You're still free to do what you want.
Absolutely. Very good.
So if you're still not sure, we do have a lot of people asking us, can I pledge €1 now, up my pledge later? Yes, you can. You can switch to a different pledge level at a later date if you decide it's all getting a bit expensive. You know,
you can pledge one and wait in January when the pledge manager will come. Will arrive. You can modify this.
Yeah, no worries. It'll still be there for you.
Absolutely, and the all-in-one will stay there.
Yeah. Definitely. So that's about it.
Yes, it's a lot. That's a lot of news.
Yeah. So thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you soon, probably early next year.
Early next year. Happy Christmas.
Merry Christmas.